The idea was to spend the week hiking in the West MacDonald Ranges, but sometimes things just don't go to plan. I recently rolled my ankle, and it's been one of those injuries that just doesn't want to heal. 5 minutes into our very first hike, I stepped in a hole and rolled it once again. This day altogether just felt very gloomy and dull. We decided to backtrack 4 hours southwest to Uluru, where we set up our tent in the drizzling rain. We drove straight into the rain this morning and have arrived in Uluru. We saw some rain coming in on the weather app and came straight here because it only rains here about 5 days a year, if that, so you have to be pretty lucky to be here on a rainfall. And when it does, there's waterfalls down the rocks, so we're going in to see that now. Very chilly out. It's so wet. I think we're gonna have to take our shoes off to cross these puddles. Or our feet are gonna get really drenched.
You know what's crazy is how quickly it fills up with water.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water.
We do get to see a lot of cool places, but I think this is the most excited I've been to see a place in a long time. This is just such a unique experience to see so much rain and water at Uluru. During this time, we were shooting a campaign for an Italian boot company called El Vaquero. We were given 10 days to shoot 30 pairs of boots. The weather had been so perfect up until this point, so the timing felt a bit annoying. We're cooking on the fire again. More veggies. And sleeping in the tent tonight. This is Zena's favorite spot. We got one shoot in this morning and this huge rain cloud came in and now it's raining, so I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. But we've got a few boots done. Opening box number 2. It's so fun opening these because all of the styles are so unique. Ah! Those are so cool. We drove south to try and find the sunshine, but it wasn't until the last couple of days of our shoot that the skies finally cleared. We also found it really difficult to live in our tiny space with all the extra boots and clothes in the van. It felt so tight and was extremely testing. In these situations, when things just don't go how I envisioned, it can be easy to feel like the world is against me, but over the years from my own personal experiences, I've learned that it's within these challenging times that we truly stretch our boundaries, evolve, and ultimately blossom into our fullest potential. So, although we felt really rushed and stressed during this period of time, we did what we could to our best abilities. In the end, we felt lucky that we were given full creative freedom, and it felt good to be shooting this job with such a strong purpose. Each individual pair of these boots were a work of art within themselves, so we felt very honored to be photographing them in these outback landscapes.
This spinifex is so spiky. Looks like innocent grass, and then
Oh, wow.
it's so spiky. You never usually see it green like that.
Yeah, usually it's yellow, eh?
Yeah, it's always straw, but it's had so much rain.
It's been a few weeks now since the last scenes of this video, but as you can see, we're no longer in the cold or the wet. We drove about 8 hours north of Alice Springs, and it's actually pretty crazy how drastically the temperatures and climate changes in such a short distance. It took us a while to decide if we wanted to go south or north from the Red Center, but we've decided to head north, and this heat is going to take a little bit of getting used to. We found a gym in Alice Springs, and it had a sauna and a pool, so we ended up getting a week pass, and it was the best thing ever. It made us not want to leave Alice Springs, but we were also very excited to leave because we ended up spending 3 months in the Red Center. It was a very unique experience that I'm glad we did, but these sort of areas are very transient. People will come through and see Uluru or Kings Canyon and stay for a couple nights and then keep going. So we have been feeling pretty lonely lately. In the past, we've done trips with friends or seen people here and there, but this trip has just felt very isolating. I am more of an introvert, but Jordy is a very big extrovert. He loves chatting with people, and I do as well. I definitely get energy from people. So this trip has just been really testing in the way that we've kind of questioned ourselves whether we made the right choice to stay out here for so long. In hindsight, I think we're glad we did it, but I think it's just reminded us of the importance of connection. As human beings, it's one of the most important things for mental health, and sometimes it takes being alone to remember that. Anyway, we plan to do more of the West Max, but we ran out of time because we have to be up in Darwin for a job on Monday. We're meeting our friends Luke, Jess, and OC, so we're feeling really excited for this next chapter. Oh, it's been a big day, hasn't it? What you working on?
I am just fixing a little leak that we've got here. This is a filter that sits right at the bottom of the oil sump, and it's leaking on this gasket, but the gasket's brand new, so I'm gonna have to put some gasket sealant on, which is right there, and then put it back up.
Wow, it's so nice here.
I know.
Oh, hey, Zimmer. Do you want to come up?
Welcome to the top end.